Right on, everyone. Isn't it perfect timing? If you're here on our side of the hemisphere, we're headed into fall. And if you're in the Asia Pacific side of the hemisphere, you're headed into spring. Either way, it's a perfect time to re-engage, refresh, or restart our healthy habit routine. Sometimes summer can create a lot of changes, a lot of variables, a lot of moving around. And fall can kind of get us hibernating a little bit. So this, or not fall, but you know what I mean? Winter can make us hibernate a little bit. So no matter where you are in the world, it is perfect timing. I think we all are in need of rebooting. And why is it so hard though? I mean, that's really what I want to talk to you about is how do we engage in these healthy routines? We know, right? We all know the story. We all know the book, eat better foods, more fresh foods, move more, lift heavy things, put them down. We know what we need to be doing. So why don't we? Well, because we're creatures of habit. And we are in the habit of doing things. And you guys, we're also in the habit of not doing things, which is why we did a whole Zoom last week on building healthy habits. You definitely want to go back and listen to that because we got a very special guest, Erin McMichael, who's lost 218 pounds with TLS over the last 3 years, 3 months, and 3 days. And she had to revamp her habits in order to accomplish that. One of the things we didn't talk about in that, was when you hit road bumps. She ended up having to have a surgery in the middle of her journey or closer to the end here. And her healthy habits, kicked in and sustained her during her 6-week recovery. That's how powerful habits can be once we form them. And that's the really crucial aspect. So let's talk about tip number 1 of creating new healthy habits. And that is to get really specific. Okay, it's not enough to just say, I want to eat healthier, or I'm going to get up earlier, or I'm going to go to bed earlier, or I'm going to exercise after work and go to the gym. It's not enough to say it. Certainly isn't enough to think it. All right, not enough to say it. We have to get specific. Well, if you want to get up earlier, how much earlier? And what are you going to be doing with this time? Right? There has to be a purpose for that. And I'm sure that it's either meditation or breathing or exercise or preparing the day's meals so that you're actually eating healthy. What are you doing with that time? And making sure that you set that alarm to make it happen. Now, hitting the snooze button is the other obstacle, isn't it? We're going to talk about that in a moment. So maybe you want to, again, start working out after work or before work. Well, it's not enough to think or say, I want to exercise more, or I'm going to work out in the morning or after work. What we need to do is go, well, what am I doing? For how long am I doing it? Where am I doing it? And put it on the calendar, like a doctor's appointment, like a trip to your accountant. I mean, you're going to keep that appointment. You've set it on your calendar. So get really specific about what you're going to do, because if you don't know what you're going to do after work at the gym, you just know that, oh, well, going to the gym after work. Well, if you don't really know what you're about to go do there, it's far more likely that you're not going to go. You're going to find some reason not to go. But if you're really specific, you put it on the calendar, you know exactly why you're going there and what you're about to do. 20 minutes on the recumbent bike, 20 minutes of upper body weightlifting. I'm talking about getting specific. The more specific you get on exactly what you want to do in your new habit or your new routine, the more likely that it is going to happen. All right. All, accounts of the law of attraction, the laws of achievement, all of them point to specific. The more specific you get, the more likely it's going to happen. And like I said, write it down. Not enough to think it, not enough to say it. Got to put it on the calendar, got to write it down, put it up around you, right? Where can you put up these specific details on your bathroom window or mirror. I mean, maybe your window if you have one in your bathroom. You don't have a curtain, right? So where can you put it in on the fridge? Where are you going to see it over and over and over again? So you're reminding your brain to build the habit you want to. If it's out of mind, if it's out of sight, it's not going to happen. All right. So specific, written down, and the ability to see it constantly. That's how we build a new habit. We have got to implant that thing into our brain so that those neurotransmitters and those neural pathways are formed, just like brushing our teeth first thing in the morning and at night before bed. Why do we still do that? Because we were taught that, and somebody looked over us, right? Our parents looked over us while we did it, right? In the morning, brushing our teeth, to ingrain this habit. And so the same goes for my last tip, which is accountability. So we had accountability as kids, didn't we? Mom's standing over us, dad's standing over us, helping us brush our teeth. So how can we incorporate accountability into our new healthy habits, right? When it comes to getting up earlier, are you going to ask your spouse to push you out of bed and essentially not let you hit the snooze button? Come on, you promised, get out, right? You did it. You said I could do this, right? Get out of bed. Or have a workout buddy for an after work workout session, or in the morning, whether it's a workout buddy, a Zoom partner workout buddy, a personal trainer, some sort of accountability, so that you aren't just quote unquote letting yourself down. If you do it, you would be letting somebody else down. And that can often be a very powerful motivator when we don't seem to be enough for ourselves, which is crazy. But in order to build a habit, use what you got to use. Okay. Don't judge it, just do it. The accountability of reporting to someone you respect, as someone you maybe even fear a little bit, that can always be a good motivator. Accountability is key to ingraining those new healthy habits. Obviously, scheduling, grocery trips or meal prep, right? Those are other things that need to go in the calendar. If you're not in the habit of meal prep or having a lot of fresh groceries on hand, that fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fresh lean proteins, so that you don't end up eating convenience food out of a package, so you don't end up going through a drive-through, so you don't end up skipping meals. What do you need to do to make that happen? So get specific, write it down, make it visible, and create accountability. That's how you build really strong, healthy habits. So what do you want to create in your new routine? I'll tell you a little bit. I added 2 things to my morning routine recently that I got to say are pretty gangbusters. And some of you are going to know exactly where this came from. So a breathing exercise to oxygenate my body. So I've started doing that in the morning, and taking a 1.5 minute cold shower. Now that sounds painful, and it is. I can tell you it is one of the most uncomfortable experiences to have a very, very cold shower and have that thermal stress on the body. But I gotta tell you, man, it feels great. You feel alive, you feel alert. I mean, my skin, oh my goodness, I'm loving it. So added 2 things to my morning routine. Adding things can be sometimes a bit difficult, right? Because we already have full lives. So it does require these types of things to put that in place. So definitely share with us. That's another piece, is public declaration. Make a public declaration right here with us. Write down in the comments, what are you doing this spring, this fall, depending on where you are in the world, that you're going to increase your healthy routine by adding something, taking something away. What are you going to do? And I'm going to encourage you to join our 7-8-28 challenge, which starts Monday, September 20th. Now, RSVP and orders need to happen by September 13th. Many of you will start with our TLS Jumpstart Kit. In fact, most of you will, because it has everything you need in order to accomplish this challenge, at least the first 4 weeks of it. And 7/8/28 again is 7 days of detox, 8-week commitment in total. And during that time, 28 workouts, which will be self-directed because we have all ages, we have all capabilities. You will direct which workouts you'll be doing. Of course, we'll provide you some options. However, we definitely encourage all our clients to find their fit, and that is not a one size fits all type of solution. So you guys, this is gonna be a ton of fun. It's gonna be our best group ever. It's gonna be our most international. We're gonna have a ton of fun and a lot of value provided through our private group. And so definitely get your TLS products ordered. Take our brand new profile, which is updated and improved. You guys, we're so excited about, we're so proud of it. It's shorter, it's more fun to take. It is more accurate and specific to the individual's needs that's taking that profile. And at the end of the results, you will get not only the ideal products that you could be on through TLS and our health and nutrition line, but also which TLS program would be a good fit for you based on your goals and your honest answers. And you can download our free 12-week health guide and journal. This is something we used to charge money for. All right, $25 is what we used to charge for this book, big book we would ship you. But now we've made it digital so that more people have access to this transformational information that you can just piecemeal through. And that is the last tip, you guys, of creating new healthy habits is education. When we understand why we're making the choices we are making, and I mean really understand, really get down to the nitty gritty of what's happening in the body. You know, when we exercise, well, we're oxygenating the body. We're bringing oxygen to the body. Fantastic. More blood flow, more oxygen. That means living longer, living stronger. Okay. What does it mean when we're eating healthy foods? What does it mean when we're not eating healthy foods? What's happening in the body? What choices that we're making aren't helping us and which ones are? And this information, when we really know it, and I mean know it in every single way you could know something, those become permanent lifestyle choices. It's no longer just a habit. It is who you are. It's your lifestyle. And so that's why we wanted to offer our 12-week health guide and journal for free. Because if you read a chapter a week and you begin to educate yourself on what it means to live a healthy lifestyle, it will become just that. And that's why we always say that TLS is the last program anyone is ever going to need. Ditch the diets and the fads and the shortcuts and the pills and the you name it that's out there that's trying to steal your money and your hope. And choose you. Choose a healthy lifestyle, choose education, and I promise you it'll pay dividends. You guys, thanks so much for watching our TLS Tuesdays, and we'll see you soon. We got more good stuff coming at you. Let me know what those healthy new routines are going to be for you, and we'll see you on the 7/8/28 challenge. Thanks so much.